A huge leak for WWE 2K20 could reveal some awesome information that we've been waiting to hear. What's up, everybody? TonyPizzaGuy here, back again with another video. Today we're going to be talking about WWE 2K20 and a new leak that came out last night, and it is awesome, and it's giving us information that we've been wanting to know for some time now. If you guys do enjoy this, make sure you smash that like button. If you're new here, hit that subscribe button and let me know all your thoughts on the comment section below about all this and what you want to see in the future for WWE 2K20, because we have almost a month. It's like a month and this is coming out. So that's pretty huge right now. So we want to put a shout out here and let you guys know that I actually saw this on Twitter and I saw it floating around. So I wanted to shout out to people. New Era Gaming, WWE New Era Gaming. I saw that on Twitter, so thank you for this one. But they actually posted on there that there was a leak coming out with some information about some content. Some big content that we wanted to know about WWE 2K20. What was actually happened was we had a post from a website. Let me check over here. It is called GameLife.it. So it's an Italian website talking about game life, and they actually had an article on WWE 2K20, and they had some information with a WWE 2K20 originals, and then there was a little asterisk, and then if you scroll down a little bit, it would tell you what the asterisk was, and like you get this content with additional purchases. So that was the leak there. If you actually go to the website now, you won't see any of this information. So I'm assuming either this was fake, this never was a real thing, or it was there and it was actually just part of a thing they weren't supposed to release, so they had to remove it from the website. Anyway, let's show the screen that we saw here. So first off, it says WWE 2K Originals, and then it has a little asterisk star. WWE 2K Originals presents a series of showcase episodes with unique content and themes, which offer new arenas, superstars, towers, unlockable parts, and characters, and much, much more. And then it goes on to tell us additional purchase is required for WWE 2K Originals No Man's Land, WWE 2K Originals Southpaw Regional Wrestling, and WWE 2K Originals The Empire of Tomorrow, each sold separately. So what we're looking at here is we're looking at the DLC. I guess it's not, I guess this is the DLC. This is the content that we're getting. We're not going to get any future stars pack or any of the moves pack or any of that legend stuff. That's not a thing we're getting. We're getting the originals this year, and they're going to include this stuff here. So what we're looking at is No Man's Land. Now, what I'm thinking when it comes to No Man's Land, I'm thinking something similar to Borderlands, some Mad Max stuff. We're in the desert. We got some medieval looking stuff. That's what I'm thinking with No Man's Land. I'm literally thinking that, and that is pretty cool. I'm thinking like a desert biome. Like I don't know exactly what I am thinking, but think of Mad Max and like all the craziness in that. And if you saw the new Mad Max movie, you'll know what I'm talking about. But I would definitely think that would be sort of what we're getting here, is that Mad Max style stuff, and I think that would be pretty cool, like a post-apocalyptic. Those were the words I was looking for. Post-apocalyptic type wrestling. There'd be like a Thunderdome arena. Now that sounds pretty lit to me. That sounds pretty lit to me. A Thunderdome kind of arena in the game. And then we go on and we have the Southpaw Regional Wrestling. Now this, if you never saw Southpaw Regional Wrestling, it was a WWE Network series. I think it was online, WWE YouTube, and now it's on the network. If you want to look it up, you can watch it. But it was a throwback to the 80s regional territory wrestling. So there was like a throwback of like all the goofy 80s stuff that was like low budget 80s independent type wrestling, but these were like territories, so it wasn't really independent. It was like this was the territory. Like if you lived in a certain state, you'd get this type of wrestling. So they played up all the tropes from that. There was great John Cena stuff. There was a sea monster. Like you just need to go back and watch this stuff. But if we get like a full thing here of Southpaw Regional Wrestling, I think it will be fantastic. There's a lot of tropes and themes and stuff they could add from that to put in here, but just having this 80s like low budget type thing is very cool. You could have some different versions of characters. I think that would make for some interesting stuff. I want to see this. I want this to be true. Please be true, because I think that would be fan-freaking-tastic. And then the last one is the Empire of Tomorrow. Now, when I think of Empire, I think of something like the Roman Empire And I thought of like Greek gods and stuff like that. But then Empire of Tomorrow seems like something of the future. So what I'm thinking is we're going to be something futuristic here. I think we're going to get something out of the future, something that's going to be larger than life, where it's like not right now, but it's in the future. But Empire of Tomorrow. See, again, this really doesn't, I don't really know. I don't really know. But we can have something taking place in the future. So if we have like a futuristic thing where it's an arena, it's a whole setting where everything's like, think of like Black Ops when it was like in the future, I'm assuming is what they're going to go for, is this type of like crazy off the wall, like you don't know what you're going to get kind of thing is kind of what I want. I kind of want just something that's very different and very unique is what I'm saying, because this one to me sounds the least interesting. I really like the Mad Max type, No Man's Land type one. Like I'm assuming it's Mad Max. If we get like a Thunderdome type thing with like, oh my gosh, I'm just thinking of like how amazing that. Like to me, that one sounds like one of the best. If that's really what it's gonna be, like a Thunderdome type thing, all that. Maybe the arena might be sick. I'm just looking forward to all the arena stuff that we're going to get, the new parts for arenas, the different types of arenas. And speaking of that, when you're talking about Southpaw Regional Wrestling, you could have like a small little gymnasium. Or I know they had it in the My Career last year where it was like in a gym, but I think like thinking of something, I don't know, maybe like the Sportatorium or something. Ooh, could you imagine if they had like the Sportatorium type arena in the game? I would love it. Yo, let's make that happen. Let's make that happen. The one thing about Southpaw Regional Wrestling, though, is you never actually saw wrestling on the thing. It was all about the characters and stuff. So I'm wondering how that's actually going to play out if they do this 2K Originals thing. But again, I'm just taking this with a grain of salt because I don't know what GameLife.it is. There have been known to be leaks in the past from foreign websites, Italian websites, non-American websites, I should say, that have leaked some information. So if I was you, I would take this pretty good information because we have 3 different things here, and that's kind of where they're heading here with this DLC, and this is the DLC that we're getting. So this is what I'm thinking that we're going to get. I'm actually going to pull up the 2K Originals, the original list of characters, because they did have an original list of the WWE 2K Originals, and I want to see if I can find out here. So here's what we have. So we did have The Fiend, which was the Bray Wyatt in his tower. All Fed Up, which is Sheamus is forced to take on some of his former fellow superstars and all become zombies. Nowhere to Run, Twisted Nikki Cross looks to play with other superstars in her own twisted game. One of the family, the Swamp Father Bray Wyatt, decides to bring one of his past recruits, Canadian Brian DeVore, being one of Swamp Father's thralls. And Nowhere to Hide, Mandy Rose has enough of Twisted Nikki Cross survivor Mandy Rose. So we have 4 different themes here. Obviously, the Fiend thing is a pre-order bonus thing, but we have 8 different characters, and then 2 different arenas, and then 4 other pieces of content. So if we get all of this stuff, we're looking at a lot of stuff. So we could have 2 new arenas with each DLC. We could have 5 different little original stories. And I think that's a very good mix of DLC, because again, we're not just getting like, oh, here's some characters and play as them. No, we're getting like legit like original story type stuff, some characters, some parts, some moves, some all kinds of crazy stuff. So I'm looking forward to this. Like, I don't know if you guys really like the 2K Originals, and that's where you're going to have to sound off and let me know in the comment section below, because I'm hearing mixed reactions of the WWE 2K20 Originals. This is going to be crap. This is going to be fantastic. And I'm like, oh, I don't know. I don't know what the community wants. Do they like it? Do they not? I don't know. So that's where we're at a pass here. So I'm going to leave it here. I'm going to say this is going to be a big thumbs up. I'm really looking for the, please give us post-apocalyptic type wrestling stuff. That would be fantastic. If we can get that, I will be happy. Southpaw Regional Wrestling writes itself. It's going to be fantastic with that one. And then the futuristic one, I don't know really what that's going to give us and what characters they're going to give us out of the futuristic one. But we will have to wait and see, because, again, there's so much they can do with this. And if they do it properly, I feel like we're going to get a very good experience with the originals. A lot of people are sleeping on originals, saying, oh, this sucks. I don't want this. I don't want that. Like, just play it for what it is, have fun with it, and I think you're going to have a good time. So anyway, guys, let me know your thoughts. Smash like if you do enjoy this. And as always, I'm TonyPizzaGuy. We will see you in another video.